What's going on, guys? I'm making this real quick video for a friend. So you have a typical outlet here, right? But let's just say you are trying to plug something in, right? And let's just say it's like kind of like just falling out by itself, right? It's just like hanging in halfway. It's not like tight, right? This one's good, but let's just pretend that this one is like it's falling out like that, right? It's just not secure. So what do you have to do? You need to replace the whole entire outlet, okay? So this is how we do it. Take this cover off, okay? We are going to kill the power. I'm going to do it. I do recommend you kill the power. I do it live, but kill the power, okay? Just kill the power. If you're not an electrician, it's much safer. So how do you kill the power? Let me show you. Okay, so let's plug something in, right? I use like an actual voltmeter and outlet tester, but you probably don't have that because you're just probably a normal homeowner. But so let's plug in something like a lamp or something like that. Ideal, like a lamp. I just grabbed this your rice cooker. Yeah, I know. So like a lamp or something would be ideal. And then go out to your breaker panel and just kill the breaker until the power comes off, right? You'll see my rice cooker come off as soon as I kill the power. Let me see here. Okay, yeah. That's why I recommend like a light or something like that. So the power is actually off. I'm gonna take you out to the breaker panel. So go to your breaker panel, and if it's like a kitchen or a bathroom, it's gonna be a 20, most likely, right? So you can kill all your 20s. If your panel is labeled, great. If not, kill all the 20s, If it's like in a bedroom or living room, it's probably gonna be the 15s, right? Okay, so you just turn it off, and that's going to kill the power to that outlet. Looks like this one is labeled, yeah. So like master, living. Yours may be labeled, it may not. Most houses are not labeled. Okay, once you checked both, plugged in something into both, and it's no power, and then take the same thing and go plug it in something else that you think it is working, just to make sure that this thing's dead. Okay, so next thing you need to do is get a Phillips screwdriver. If it's an older style, then it may be like a flathead, right? I like to use, my impact wrench because it's much quicker. Okay. So you just pull that puppy out. Okay. Just pull it straight out carefully. You can wiggle it up and down. This little plastic there is just so that nothing's touching the metal. There's no metal to metal. So pretty much, let me get this out. Let me adjust this. Okay, so once you got this thing out, it's going to be at least 3 wires, but most outlets have 6 wires. Okay, so you see the blacks over here on the right. They're going to those gold terminals or screws, and you have the 2 whites going to the silver. Okay, and then you have this one bare or copper. I know I said 6 wires. That's because the 2 coppers are actually combined into this wire nut, and then one of them comes out. So yeah, you probably have 5. That's the most common thing is 5, because you can't put 2 wires on here. But if you only have 1 black, 1 white, and 1 copper, that's fine too. It just means that's the end of the line, because there's multiple outlets on each breaker. So if yours are looped around that, you just literally back off the screw. That's it. Okay, back off the screw. And notice how, see, clockwise, how this wire is wrapped around clockwise. That's how you want to wrap it around your new one. So go down to your Home Depot, your Lowe's, whatever, hardware store, and hardware store, yeah, and buy one of these. These things are like $1, maybe $2 around there. Yeah, buy one of these, and if it's a 15 amp breaker, then it'll say 15 amps. A 20 amp, you can get a 20 amp. But actually, to code, you can actually put a 15 on a 20 amp circuit. So just grab the cheapest one you find, and you will be golden. So, and then on this side, same thing. As you can see, wrap the wire clockwise. Let me loosen this so you can see. And also, these aren't You can take them all the way off, but don't take them all the way off. Okay, just back them off because it's going to get difficult once they get, you know, all the way out. And as you can see, there's a little gap there, and this thing, yeah, this work it around there. Remember, do this with the power off. Okay, look at that. Okay, and then same thing with this one, how it's the wire is going clockwise, because as you tighten it, the wire is going to stay on there, it won't slip off. And that's pretty much it. You put the wires back in the same place, right? This is how it's supposed to be. Whites to the silver and the blacks to the gold, but no, just since you're just doing a swap, like for like kind, just put the wires exactly where you find them. All the wires are going to be, all the outlets are going to be real similar to this. Now, let's say your wires aren't wrapped around these terminals. Let's say they're just like literally pushed into those holes back there, and that's fine too. What you're going to need to get is like a real small screwdriver, and put your screwdriver right here, push, and then pull the wire out. The wire is going to be in that little hole, and you need to put a screwdriver here. What works perfectly is like a 3/32 screwdriver, right? So it's probably the smallest one you got. Get the smallest screwdriver you got, stick it in there, and at the same time pull this out. Okay, that's only for like 14 gauge wire or like 15 amp circuits. This here is a kitchen, and it's 20 amp circuit, which means 12 gauge wire. So 12 gauge wire doesn't fit in that hole unless it's a 20 amp rated outlet. So tighten this all back down, and literally just screw it, push it back in there, right? This screw goes through that square hole right back into that hole there. And that's that. You know, make sure, you know, this copper wire isn't like touching these terminals and stuff like that. Push it all back nice and neatly. You know, you might have to like bend it, like make it like a U shape. I see how it's like wavy, so it kind of like accordions back a little bit. You see that? And that's it. That's how. Just replace your outlet, put the power off, and when you plug something in, it's going to be nice and tight, because these things just get wore out. That's it. So let me know how it goes, and I hope this video is helpful. I wanted to make it quick and simple. Peace out.